Welcome to this short video on class scheduling. I've logged into the Festival Administration forms and I've selected from the menu item on the left hand side the class scheduling. At the moment I've selected all classes and the table here shows all of the classes that have been entered. I'll go to page 1 and we have the records of the classes. If I want to look at a particular section, I select it from this list here. So let's look at speech. These are all of the speech entries. There's 2 pages worth. I can now look at who's entered a particular class, and you do that by clicking on the plus sign, and that shows you all of the people that have entered. And there are 8 people who have entered this particular class. The time limit is 1 minute 30, so you can make an estimate of somewhere around perhaps 10 minutes for the duration of this class. So how do we go about actually defining the scheduling? Well, we click on the edit symbol, and here we see that this one somebody has already entered the class date. But if I wanted to change that, I simply select the calendar, click on the new date, say the 2nd. I now have the option of setting the class start time or the start time hidden. Notice if I hover above the column, then a balloon pops up and tells you the meaning of that particular column. And the two we're interested in here are the start time and the start time hidden. Every class should have a start time hidden. Some classes will have a start time. The difference is the start time will be shown in the program. The start time hidden will not be shown in the program. So this is used when we have a number of classes which are all running together and we only indicate the time of the first class within that group of classes. In this particular case, I'm going to say this class is only it's part of a group, and therefore I don't have a start time, just the start time hidden. So I'll say, well, what time do we want this one to start? Well, it's going to be on the 2nd of June, and now let's fix the time. Okay, so we'll make it 1 o'clock. And sorry, that shouldn't have been that shouldn't have been June, should it? So let's move through to September. So I've got September. I fixed first of all, so what I do, select the month, then select the time, let's go for 1 o'clock, and then select the date. So it's month, time, date, and there you have it, 2nd of September 2014 at 1 o'clock. The next one is the notification time. What time do we notify this class starts to the performer? We can do exactly the same thing by going through the menu items, or we can cut and paste. So on a on a PC, Control C and Control V. So I've copied that in there, but in fact I'm going to notify the people slightly earlier. I'm going to say it starts at 12:50. If you do this manually, as I have just done, please ensure that the format is correct and it is exactly as per that. So we've set the start time hidden, we've set the notification time for the class, and now I can set some text which appears after the class. In this case it's adjudication. Some text which appears before the class, again in the program, which is the coffee break. And finally I select the location. There's a list of locations defined here. I'm selecting the Methodist Church. So double check the class dates, the time, notification time, location. If you're happy, then click the green arrow, the green tick, which commits those changes into the database. I can close the list of people which are in the class. Oh, just one other thing. If there is any additional information that a performer or the person who ordered the class has entered, for example, can't play on a Saturday, that would appear in this column here, other info. One thing you might notice when you're doing this is that the person who placed the order has made a mistake, perhaps in the location or even the performer's name, and you wish to change it. Now we can do that, and there are a couple of special menus available for doing so. And these can be seen on the left hand side, and edit view performer's name, the own choice piece, or the performer's location. So let's just click on that one and have a look at the locations which have been entered. Those look pretty okay, but I'm sure if we go through we'll find somebody who has put something in which we don't like, and probably not going to find one now. But let's say there was, and somebody has spelt Finborough wrong. Well, simply we can go in there and we can just change that to whatever we want. So if they'd placed that in it by mistake, we can simply change it, and I've made a mistake there. So let's go back, just edit that, change it to the correct spelling, click tick, and that has been changed. Do note though that if they've done that in multiple places, you will have to do it for each class. So it's worth just looking through and seeing if anybody has got anything like that, spelt incorrectly, or there's too much information, and we can edit it at this stage. Okay, that concludes this video. Thank you for watching.